we are here with our guest speaker, Franco Cavaleri. Franco, thank you so much for being here with us today.
It's my pleasure to be here, always.
I'm excited, you guys, to be here with you guys live because we're going to be talking about B-KETO. It's been a little over a week since this product was officially launched. It was launched March 22nd. There's been a lot of momentum around this product, a lot of energy, lots of great things surrounding this product. But I know there has been lots of questions, amazing questions that have been asked about this product, and that's why we are here today with the product formulator Franco Cavaleri that will be helping us provide answers to your questions. And because we are running late, we're just going to go ahead and jump into it. So once again, Franco, thank you so much for being here with us today.
My pleasure.
I'm going to go ahead and go into question number 1. Lots of people were wanting to know, in order to see the full benefits and results, is daily exercise required? And should a person follow a keto diet in order to see results while taking B-KETO?
Okay, good questions. The product itself is not necessarily designed to be used as part of a ketogenic diet, although it is used to help people stay on a ketogenic diet. I'll give you both ends of the spectrum. If you are on a ketogenic diet and you use this product, what it does is it allows a certain level of serum ketones in the blood that give your brain the fuel it needs in case your carb levels get way too low. And so, with a ketogenic diet, you know that the carb intake is supposed to be very low, with the fat intake higher, protein intake mediocre, medium level. And the objective is to force your body to use ketones as a primary and fat as a primary substrate for energy. But the challenge is getting to that point where you have enough ketones in the body. So this product works extremely well for the ketogenic diet, but you don't have to be on the ketogenic diet to gain the benefits of its appetite curbing feature. So it helps curb your appetite, helps curb your cravings for carbohydrates, because your brain again gets a fuel source that's different from the glucose. It's the ketones, an alternative fuel source. So it'll help you stay on a low carb diet. I'm not on a ketogenic diet. I use it twice a day. And the reason is so that I'm in control of my low carb diet, low calorie diet, and my brain doesn't force me to eat out of pattern.
Okay, perfect. Thank you for answering that question. So just to recap what he just mentioned, and correct me if I'm wrong, a person doesn't necessarily need to be on a keto diet. They don't necessarily need to exercise daily. However, to see maximum results, it is recommended.
For sure. Yeah. I mean, this product will help you exercise with greater intensity. It'll help you stay on point and reliable with your training program, because the energy level you'll have is phenomenal. But you don't have to be exercising to get the benefits of appetite control and carb cravings. And as you know, to get fit and healthy, the best way to do it is to engage in exercise as well as a healthy diet. But if you can't get into the exercise program right away or at all, this will help you stay on a dietary program that's calorie and carb restricted.
Perfect. Thank you, Franco. Next question, question number 2. This question actually came up a lot. Can people with diabetes take this product?
People with type 2 diabetes should be taking this product because it will help you actually manage blood sugar. Type 1 diabetes is more complicated. Type 1 diabetes, sometimes serum ketone levels are hard to regulate for people with type 1. So I wouldn't recommend using this product if you have type 1. But for type 2, and for those who seem to be finding it difficult to lose weight because they may have pre-diabetic symptoms like insulin resistance, it's an amazing product to use that will help you get through the program.
Perfect. Awesome. The third question that I want to go over is this product safe for all ages?
So it has been shown to be safe for all ages. I usually don't recommend people, children, under the age of 12, 13 using the product, because it's really not necessary for most, unless there are dietary issues that need to be circumvented, and issues being you know, people who may find it difficult to control their appetite, and that should be easily controlled, you know, with adults being involved in the program. People who are of older ages would gain tremendously from this type of product because it helps with cognitive activity. So it improves brain function, acuity, and mental capacity. So I would say on the lower end for children, no, I would not recommend children under the age of 12, but for anybody else, yes.
Very good. So children under 12, not recommended. Anyone over the age of 12 should or can take the product.
Correct.
Very good. Okay, question number 4. So obviously the instructions on how to take this product can be found on the back of the package. However, I would love for you, Franco, to walk us through the instructions on how to take the product. And the stuff that I'm trying to get at is, should we drink it on an empty stomach? Up to how many packets per day? I know the packaging says 1, you mentioned you take 2, and should the product be sipped throughout the day? Or can it be taken in one setting?
It's a good question. So I typically recommend, if you're using it as a pre-workout, to take it all at once and to completion before your workout. So that way you get the full dose, because you have to keep in mind, this is not like a regular BHB salt complex. This has a compound in it called butyrate, butyric acid, or also called butanoic acid. It's a short chain fatty acid, and it signals your body and tells it to make ketones from your own fat. So you're using up your own fat in your body. And in order to get that stimulus, you need to take the whole thing. There's another feature to this product, and that is that it helps to control the appetite. And so some people who are not engaging in physical activity, or if it's your day off from physical exercise, then you would take it and sip it throughout the day, because that will also supply electrolytes, because this product also has electrolytes built into the program, into the formula, and the appetite suppression throughout the day. So that's one other way to take it. I personally take 2 a day because my body weight's about 190 pounds, 188 pounds. And I feel that, you know, by the time 3 p.m. rolls around, because I'll work out in the morning, fasted. And so I'll take my B-KETO in the morning before my workout. And so by 3 o'clock, I start to feel I need a little bit of a boost, and I'll take it again at 3 o'clock. If you weigh more than 170 pounds or so, you may need a second one at the end of the day to kind of get you through the day if you're trying to stay in a fasted state and stay away from carbs. And for me, the difficult thing is once 3 o'clock rolls around, I'm starting to feel hungry. I know I'm going to get home, dinner might not be ready. And so I want to get home in full control of my appetite. And that's why I'll take it at 3 o'clock, because that'll last me till about 6, 7 o'clock at night with full control over the appetite. Most people are good with taking 1 a day, and that's all you'll need.
Okay, so would you say 2 is the maximum that a person should take, Franco?
I think 2 is as much as anyone will need. I've taken up to 4 a day, and wow, like at 2 at a time to get through a long endurance training program that might be a 2-hour ride is unbelievable. So there's no harm in taking 4, even 5 a day, but there's no need to take that many. You only need at most 2. If you weigh over 200 pounds, you might need a 3rd one in the day. But typically, you know, 170 pounds and under, 1 a day is more than enough.
Okay, so it's all mostly depending on your weight.
Correct.
Perfect.
Yes.
Okay, next question is, how long does this product keep you in ketosis or ketogenesis?
So typically the window for ketosis and the ketogenic activity is approximately 90 minutes to 220 minutes. And you can measure it reliably through a glucometer, dual phase glucometer, which measures your fasting or blood glucose levels, as well as the ketone levels.
Very perfect. Thank you, Franco. Is this next question is a little bit more technical, and I know that it came up a couple times. Is this product bioidentical, and is it naturally fermented?
The product itself is not, it is bioidentical, but it is a different isomer. Now, this question has come up, and the research shows irrefutably that when it enters your body, that the ketone itself is converted into the biologically appropriate ketone. So that doesn't matter if it's bioidentical or not. Once it enters your bloodstream, it's converted, and the system, your body converts it into bioidentical isomers. Is it fermented? It's not fermented. It is synthesized from butyrates, the short chain fatty acid, which is extended into the beta hydroxybutyrate compound.
Perfect. Awesome. That's interesting. Whoever asked this question, I'm glad it came up because I hadn't thought about it. And when it came up in the comments in my previous post, I was like, that's a great question. So thank you for that information, Franco. The next question is, why would someone who's already currently on the keto diet need this product, or why would you recommend they get on this product?
Great question. If you're on a ketogenic diet and you've been successful to get to ketosis, it's always good to take the product, because if you have fluctuations and inconsistencies in your diet, then this product kind of gives you a baseline of ketones in the bloodstream that keeps you in ketosis. And therefore and again, this is the differential point from any other exogenous ketone product in the marketplace. The key is that it also supplies the signal through the butyrate, which is a short chain fatty acid, the butyrate, to signal your liver to make ketones from your own body fat. And that's called ketogenesis. So if your diet is slightly failing, or if you cheat, if you cause a hiccup in the ketogenic process, the signal from B-KETO will keep you in ketogenesis so that you don't interrupt ketosis.
Very nice. Is this product vegan?
This product is not made of animal products, is non-GMO. It can be considered vegan friendly and part of a vegan diet for sure.
Perfect. Thank you. And just so everyone knows, this information, the answer to this question, what he just covered, can be found in the back of the package: non-GMO, gluten-free, vegan, and non-GMO. But it did come up several times, so we decided to include it in this video. Thank you, Franco.
Great.
How would you respond to someone who states that taking ketones is a waste of money?
Oh my gosh.
Kind of a tricky question there for you.
Yeah, no, for most, I have to say, I have to be perfectly honest. When I first engaged the category, I scrutinized the category, and part of the scrutinization was because if you are on a ketogenic initiative or a ketogenic diet, that typically these exogenous ketones can interrupt it. So it is kind of a waste if you have the wrong product. The second thing is, when you take these exogenous ketones, typically, not B-KETO, and I'll explain why, but typically the exogenous ketones will interrupt and stop lipolysis. So there's this big cry in the marketplace about how these exogenous ketones will help you lose fat and burn fat, and they don't. They actually do the opposite. They actually stop your body from using its own fat to make ketones. And so why is B-KETO different? Well, B-KETO is not a waste, and I'll tell you why. Because it was designed with those very principles in mind by me, and not designed by slapping formulas together, but designed in a biomedical laboratory that shows the activity in your cells and how this product works to activate ketogenesis, to actually activate fat loss. And it's not a waste, and it's not a waste of money, because what happens is that you're improving cognitive brain function, you're improving energy, and you're improving biological activity, so it's efficient. So when you're taking B-KETO, I can guarantee you 90% of people that take it will feel the difference in about 15 minutes. That's as long as it takes, only 15 minutes. And what happens is the room is brighter, your brain is thinking on its toes, and there's no waste in that, because that brings dividends in the end in itself. But it also then tweaks your metabolism so that it's working with you towards your goal. And I can tell you, if anybody has used exogenous ketones, I would say have them convert over to using B-KETO, because it's not your typical exogenous ketone, and they will feel the difference right away.
Franco, that was a beautiful response. I could not have said that better myself. Okay, moving on to the next question. Can B-KETO be taken with the rest of our other amazing products? So I found this to be another amazing question because we do have a line of amazing products. And so people were wanting to know, can B-KETO be combined with other products such as B-Slim, the 3 core pills, and Regenerate? Or should they replace it with one of these products?
Yeah, no, absolutely. In fact, the mechanism by which B-KETO works in the body, and I've when we introduced the product to B-EPIC, we looked at their lineup to see how it synergizes, and it synergizes very well. In fact, by taking B-KETO, you're actually improving the activity overall for your objective, whether it's weight loss, whether it's cognitive function, whether it's just metabolic efficiency. In general, those products, all of them can be taken together and add up to a bigger and more impressive effect and outcome than with any one of them alone.
Very nice. All right, so we are approaching the end of this video. We have one more question before we end this call. If you have any additional questions, if you're watching this video and your question hasn't came up or your question's still not being answered, go ahead and drop it in the comment box below. And if I see it, I'll go ahead and ask Franco. If not, I'll go back after this video and make sure we get you an answer. Okay, Franco, last question here. In simple terms, how exactly does this product work?
Very simply, this product supplies an array of beta hydroxybutyrate salts or ketones so that your bloodstream will then receive ketones to increase serum ketone levels. That's one feature. The second critical feature that separates this from all exogenous ketones is that it also supplies the signal to tell your liver to have your body make its own ketones from your own fat. So you don't want to necessarily have to take a whole slew of exogenous ketones, a huge load, and then have your body need to burn through that, because those are calories. Every gram of ketone has about 5.4 calories. So what this system, the B-KETO system, is designed to do is to supply enough of these serum ketones, this exogenous ketone, so that when your body is turned on to make its own, it's been primed by the exogenous ketone load it has, a small load, but the priming makes your body make its own so that you're burning fat at the same time. The other way around, when you take an exogenous ketone in high concentration, you shut down the lipolytic and fat burning process. And we show this in our research. It's published in peer-reviewed journals. Our technology will actually stimulate fatty acid oxidation and the burning of fat. Regular ketones shut it down. So this is the key mechanism by which this differentiates itself. And because of that, the energy that it delivers in the brain and in the body will last longer, because you're training your body to make its own source as you push it through the exercise program.
Does this product break the intermittent fasting?
No, it does not. It will not break your fast at all. There's a small caloric value to it, and that comes from the ketone, but it won't break your fast.
Awesome. Do we have time for one more question, Franco?
Absolutely, yes.
Perfect. To clarify, should type 1 not take it, or is it just tricky? Initially, he mentioned in previous lives it was good for type 1, 2, and 3.
No, if I have recommended it, I've recommended it for type 2 and 3. For type 1, it can be used. We do have type 1 diabetics taking it, but they closely monitor their serum ketone levels. I personally don't recommend that type 1s take it unless they have a confident, medical mechanism or doctor or someone who can monitor their ketones. It's not necessarily dangerous for type 1s to take it, but my personal precaution would be to say type 1s shouldn't take it unless they know how to monitor their serum ketone levels. For type 2s and type 3 diabetes, which is in the brain, type 3, they're perfectly okay, and not just okay, but they're an amazing part of a therapeutic program for type 2 and 3.
Perfect. Great clarification on that. Thank you, Franco. All right, last question here. Chantel is asking, is this product approved by the Anti-Doping Association for athletes?
There are no banned substances in it. The B-KETO product itself, the brand itself, has not gone through the process to be tested so that we can certify it, but the technology is certifiable and has been put through the Informed Sport program. So the next step would be to take the B-KETO branded product and run it through the Informed Sport program so it can have its own certification. But the technology itself does pass the Informed Sport program for sure.
Perfect. Awesome. Thank you once again, Franco. Everyone, we have approached the end of this video. We hope you have found this information helpful.